And we're back. It's the second block of Inside Tennessee. We appreciate you spending your Sunday morning with us. So we had that chat with Mayor Kincannon. Now let's shift to talking about Gloria Johnson, who made a big announcement. And here for that, our two friends, as I mentioned, we have Susan Richardson Williams, who is a PR consultant and a Republican for sure. And that man with the wild hair sitting to her right is Dennis Francis, who is an attorney and a very good Democrat. Dennis, how are you?
I'm just peachy. How are you, John?
Good. Last time you were here, our ratings shot up crazy. So we decided it was time to have him back on.
I don't just hope Susan isn't as mean to anybody else as she was that night.
It was
pretty disgusting. It was all Susan's fault.
This is a family show, and we pledge to remain a family show. All right. I mentioned that we had some announcements this week, a big one from Gloria Johnson, who is a Knoxville representative in the State House. She had some things to say, and we wanted to let you hear a little bit of that, so we're going to play a clip.
The reason I'm running is because currently we don't have representation that cares about Tennessee family. Our representation is out there working for corporations and lobbyists and big pharma and the NRA. We need somebody that's going to care about Tennessee families and lifting them up and making sure that it's Tennessee families that we're trying to cut costs for and not cutting costs for corporations and billionaires. We've got to make sure that Tennessee families are earning a good wage, have access to affordable health care, have great schools for their kids, and can live in dignity in retirement. And our current senator is doing none of those things. As a matter of fact, she is out there fighting against cutting costs on our prescription drugs, especially for seniors. I can't imagine somebody would do that. I mean, if we know one thing, families struggle to pay their prescriptions, and sometimes they're deciding between food on the table and the prescription drugs that they need to keep their family healthy. We can do better than this. We have to do better than this.
So let's be very clear, she's taking dead aim at Tennessee Senator Marsha Blackburn, who has also been in the legislature here in Tennessee before and is a Republican and is running again, and immediately, because they knew it was going to be happening, started releasing messages of her own, which I'll read in a minute. I just want to know, we are early. I mean, this race is really not, we're not having this primary until next year, and then the general obviously next year. Curious about your thoughts, both of you, on this race and her decision to run. Susan.
Well, she mentioned families. I think I counted 7 times.
Yeah.
Clearly, families is going to be a big issue for her. You know, Gloria is one of the Tennessee 3 who got a lot of national attention back during session. She wasn't expelled, but she got voted on. And so they have certainly capitalized, she and the other 2 have certainly capitalized on their notoriety. They went to the White House. They've been in national, all kinds of national publications. And so I'm not surprised at all that she is running against Marsha Blackburn. Gloria will have a lot of financial support from out-of-state PACs.
Far more out-of-state than in-state.
In-state would be my guess.
Yeah.
She is certainly going to, from what she just talked about, she's certainly going to try to capitalize on the Covenant shootings and the special session, where we didn't see action on gun control for many reasons in Tennessee. But I think it's going to be a fun race. I kind of look forward to this race. 2 women. Strong-willed, you know, they'll both be very well financed. There'll be some pretty ugly commercials, I have a feeling. And so I think it's going to be a fun race to watch.
Dennis, I imagine you knew it was coming. Did your eyes light up? Are you looking forward to it like Susan is?
Yes.
And why, Dennis?
Well, because we have a candidate who will stand toe-to-toe with Miss Blackburn. And
actually, she'll stand over her.
Well, and that's okay too. She's not afraid of anything.
No, she's not.
No, so we shall see. I think it'll be great fun. Tennessee has not had a prominent election in a while, and this one might be a good one to tie yourself to the chair and watch.
Maybe not so many people follow Twitter these days, but I would recommend, if you do not, that you do start following both Marsha Blackburn and Gloria Johnson.
And it's called X now.
Well, I'm old-fashioned. I call it Twitter still. Sorry, Elon, but seriously, it's already sort of gotten fired up. And as a matter of fact, we noticed that there was a website that's been created that's called Radical Gloria. You can guess who sort of created it. It was not Gloria Johnson's campaign. It was tied to Marsha Blackburn and her campaign. Let me read real quick just a little bit of what the Blackburn campaign put out. It says, quote, "It's no surprise that radical socialist Gloria Johnson decided to jump into the race at the urging of liberals in Washington, joining Marquita Bradshaw and others in the race for the Democratic nomination. State Representative Johnson is as woke as they come." That's a DeSantis playbook word right there. "And she would be a puppet for Joe Biden, the Squad, and Chuck Schumer in the Senate," etc., etc. You could predict kind of what that was going to say. They're both going to be sort of predictable, but like you say, I think it'll be entertaining.
Yeah, I do too. I think it will be a fun race to watch, as I said, but I think Tennessee is still a very red state.
Yeah, you've cautioned us about that many times.
Yes, I have. And my friend Dennis here was the only one to predict in 2016 that Donald Trump was going to be elected president.
He was dead on.
I remember it quite well, and about a year out, as I recall.
And you giggled like a schoolgirl.
I did, and I should have taken bets on that. But Tennessee is still a very red state. Now, I will have to say, I think the Covenant shootings, the special session, the expulsion, all of those issues that have happened in Tennessee, it's created a lot of talk. It may have swayed a few women to get into different kinds of races, but it is still a very red state. The polling in Tennessee is still very Republican. Trump is still incredibly popular in Tennessee, and if he is our nominee next year, you got to remember that in November, when Gloria Johnson, if she's the Democrat nominee, and Marsha Blackburn, you're going to have Donald Trump on, assuming he's on that ballot, and so you're going to have a very large turnout in this state for Trump.
Yeah,
and that's going to help Marsha. Of course, that'll help Marsha Blackburn.
Dennis, has she got a shot, do you think?
Of course she does.
And are we overlooking Marquita Bradshaw because she has said she is going to run, and you'll recall 4 years ago she did run, and she was the Democratic Senate nominee in the Haggerty case. But do you think what kind of a chance do you think she's got? I guess I'm a little bit doubtful, so fair to say.
Doubting Thomas could not carry your briefcase, John. You just have to show a little more faith. You don't get to be a Democrat in Tennessee and be gutless. Okay? And we'll find out about Miss Blackburn, how much she likes to fight.
CNN asked Gloria about this, and I think she said, well, we've got a lot of independents in the state of Tennessee, so let's see what they say. And as you said, there is a whole lot of attention from outside this state about this race, and a whole lot of money coming in. It may be a wide open checkbook for her. We'll have to see. All right, we've got to take one more break, and then we will be back with yet some more politics to talk about.